Welcome to Space Coast Camping. We drove from Salt Springs to the Florida Space Coast to stay at the Manatee Hammock Campground right on the Space Coast. It's an okay campground for travelers to stop by for a bit. That's the bonus of this place, as there aren't any full-time residents. It's people from all over North America traveling with their kids and dogs. The campsite is pretty with tall palm trees and the coast, of course. However, there are some cons. The sites are crammed and there are some very serious negatives about the park, so we will not be returning. For a holistic campground review, we're breaking down the pros and cons of staying at this Space Coast campground. Be sure to watch until the end to see rocket ship launch. So the pros of staying at this campground are, number one, the rocket launches. You can see rocket launches from the Kennedy Space Station right from the shores of this campground. Number two is, of course, from here you can access everything along the Space Coast quickly. However, you do need a car and you cannot walk or bike from the campground as it's directly on a highway. Number three is there is an amazing dog park. There is a nice fenced-in dog park in the back of the park alongside the water. Of course, it's so beneficial for campgrounds to have dog runs when we're traveling full-time with our dog. For Space Coast camping, we did enjoy this dog park, especially the water hose for fresh drinking water. As we were coming to the dog park in the early mornings, you can see a beautiful sunrise over the water from the dog park, so it's awesome. However, I do have to say that it is a bit chilly. We're here in mid-December and it was kind of cold alongside the shore. And sadly, there is no place for the dog to go into the water. It is not recommended. Nobody goes into the water. There's a boat launch, but it's not really a high traffic area, so I wouldn't allow your dog to go swimming in this water. So now for the cons of the campground is that there's a lot of train noise. There is a train track really near the campground, and you hear the train at all hours of the evening. It's really not a good feeling to be waken up in the middle of the night by a train and the horn going several times in the evening. Number two is that the camp has not invested in good infrastructure for the Wi-Fi. I don't know why they don't have a better system, but basically the Wi-Fi is, they might as well just not have any Wi-Fi. We couldn't do anything with the Wi-Fi our entire stay. Number three is that it's located right on the highway. So we're just traveling with our motorhome and bikes, and we don't have a tow that we're carrying behind. So it was difficult for us to take the bikes out on the highway. Of course, we didn't, and you can't walk on the highway. So I would not stay here again for that reason, is that it's really isolated from other things if you don't have a car. So you really do need a car if you're coming here. The fourth con to be mindful of is that the breeze from the water is really cold and windy. There was a pool, but we weren't able to access it because it was very cold. Plus, there is no beach option to swim in the water. It's just pretty to look at. Unless you want to fish by the pier, there's nothing really to be doing by the water. Are you visiting the Space Coast with children? Check out our other video for family-friendly activities to do in Tittusville, Cocoa Beach, and the entire Space Coast region. And the best part about it is that we were able to see 2 rocket launches during our stay at Manatee Hammock Campground. However, I'm sure there are other places that you could stay that you could see rocket launches and have a much better campground. Thank you for watching.